So you got to think spirit dimension. See, you can't think in your hair, your style, your eye color, your height, your education. None of that matters in the spirit dimension. What you just named is all natural stuff, and it's not that it is to be diminished. So you need all of that. But if you don't understand what you are in the spirit dimension, you're in the God class. Yes. Yes, you're in the God class. And then number 3, he crowned you. Talking about your spirit now. With majesty and honor. Glory and honor. If you could have seen Adam's and Eve's spirit, it was dignity walking. Now, why is this important? Because we have spent a lot of time trying to teach the body of Christ to do what they have not yet become. If you have this down in the spirit dimension, no one's going to have to teach you how to decree. That's why everything else God created, he didn't teach it to do anything. He created it to be. And he didn't have to teach Adam nor Eve. They were born with it. So it was to bring his face into the open. It was to make him in the class of gods. Number 3, it was to crown him with all the majesty and honor and splendor of heaven. This is what Satan came after in the garden. This is what we lost. And God shows up and he says, Adam, where art thou? Wow. What a statement. I don't think we pause to discern that statement. God did not ask that question because he didn't know where he was. He asked it because he knew where he wasn't. He had fallen from a class. He had fallen from majesty. He had fallen from glory. He had fallen from a spiritual dimension into the cognizant of the natural. And God has lost his face. Then Jesus comes. What is he coming for? I say it all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it until the body of Christ get it. If you don't understand Genesis, you will never understand Jesus. If you don't understand spirit dimension, you will never understand redemption. So now, Jesus has to come on the scene, come down from his position to redeem us back. And then he told Nicodemus, number 2, the secret. You must be born of the Spirit. What is that about? I found out when I started preaching this stuff that people have been coming to altars, going to church for years, confessing Christ. They meant well, but didn't even know what the new birth was. Because they thought the biggest majority of what you get when you get saved is a get out of hell free card. They reduced it down to fire insurance. That I don't have to go to hell. And thank God for that. But there's a bigger purpose for this. I have come that they might have it.
Yes, Lord.
And that they might have it more abundantly. And so Jesus tells Nicodemus, he says, unless you are born of water and the Spirit, you cannot enter the kingdom. And this was the mystery that had everybody confused, is that Jesus did not come to earth primarily after anything physical. He came to restore something spiritual. And so something was introduced called being born again. Everybody say again. Now, why would he talk about being born again? It confused Nicodemus. He said, do I enter a second time into my mother's womb? Because he's thinking what? What is he thinking? He's thinking physical. And what Jesus was trying to get him to understand is, I'm not coming for no physical birth. The birth I'm about to give is a spiritual birth. And if you don't get this down and understand it, and if you that are watching do not really zero in on this, you will not understand what happened to you when you accepted Jesus. When you accepted Jesus, you were born again. No. Half the body of Christ don't even know what I'm talking about. Much like Nicodemus, they're like, yeah, I'm born again. What does that mean? Number one, it means your spirit was resurrected. When Adam sinned, he cursed us all into spiritual death. When Jesus comes, he is coming so that you and I could receive spiritual life. When did that happen? The moment you received him. When he came in, your spirit was resurrected. Which means you and I are now resurrected spirits. Back in the image and likeness of God. When you understand this in the spirit dimension, then you don't confer with flesh and blood about what you can and cannot do. Oh, child of God, I got to get this driven in. Because the natural parts of you are insignificant to the spirit realm. That's right. What do I mean by that? It's significant that you have a body so that you can be legal on the earth. You understand? But it's insignificant from the standpoint that your body, outside of bringing you legal jurisdiction on the earth, has no bearing of what happens in the spirit dimension. And I have seen people get depressed who are Christians over everything that has happened in their life as a human being. That's right. Yeah. From childhood, from the past, from the way they look, from all these things, so much. And they totally negate what happened to you when you got born again.